Hi, welcome to Don Hall Works YouTube station. Thanks for watching. My name is Amanda. I'm at Quail Kilns, and at the studio we have been throwing pots with colored clay. So I thought I'd show you just a little bit about what we do. A couple of ways is I've taken a black clay and a turquoise clay, and I've just sandwiched them together, and I'm going to throw that. This one here, I'm just using black and white, and I wedged the clay and then I sliced it and then I sandwiched it together, which is very similar to this one that you're looking at. And then this one here, I sliced it sideways after I wedged it and put in a couple of different colors. And this is just going to be a black and white, turquoise and black. And then these two I'm going to show you. I'll start out with this first one. We're going to take slices out of the side once I prep it, and we're going to show you that process. Okay, so this is just white clay. It's a stoneware. We fired a cone 6. Doesn't really matter if you, we color our clay with a mason stain. So this is just a plain white clay. I'm going to get it centered. Use my left hand to really push in, cone it up. Compress it back down. And once it's centered, we're going to take a tool, just a loop tool, and we're going to slice out some pieces. And we're going to put some colored clay into those crevices. I might have made my crevices a little on the deep side, but I think it will still work. It doesn't have to look very pretty. This is an orange clay, and we had 5 pounds of clay that was slip, and we put the colorant in, mixed it all together, let it integrate for a couple of days, and then we wedged it all together. Just use that other little piece. Okay, so let's see what happens, how it ends up throwing. I find that when you're throwing with doing agate ware, which this is called agate ware, when you mix different colors of clay together, you don't want to really wedge the colors together a lot because it ends up bleeding and just being, I guess, mucky. So the color is just on the outside and there's no color on the inside doing it this way. So we'll open it up, compress the floor, and now we'll just start pulling the clay up. And the magic really happens after you throw your piece and you use a rib on it, and really even after that, once you trim it. And you turn away the top layer of slip. I'm just making small vessels so you can see some of the different colors. So we'll go a little bit taller on this. And if you use a metal rib, you can scrape that off and you can see a slight variation of color. You can see the different color striations. Okay, so this one we're going to use a melon baller, and we're going to just cut some little circles out just to see how it comes out. Little melon baller. Cut the circles. And I'm staggering the circles a little bit so it's not just in one row. Okay. And now we're going to melon ball the colored slip, the colored clay. Push it inside. Oh, it's so fun. And the red shows up really nice. So this one will be a red and white pot. All right, put that aside. Pat, pat, pat it all in there, get it compacted, and we'll just start throwing it, pull it up, and see how it comes out. And you can see when I just add water, it becomes very slippery. So that's where the trimming, if you trim your piece when you're finished, it will really bring those colors out. So we'll open it up. Pull it out. Rib to take some of that slip off. You can see because it is red, it's much more vibrant. This one, I sliced it, I wedged my piece, I sliced it, and then I put black clay and white clay, black clay and white clay, and then I gently wedged it again, and you can see how the clay is more blended. So let's throw this one and see what happens. We get it centered first. It almost is going to look like milk chocolate. You can see how it's all blending. And now we'll open it up. This has the color coming all the way through to the inside, whereas the two previous, the color's just on the outside. We'll go ahead and start lifting it. And when you use, we're finding that when you do use that black clay, it's a dominant color. So it does take over, and again, when you trim it after it's leather hard, it just is amazing. We use our rib, our metal rib, to scrape it off. Let me undercut this first. Just get rid of some of this clay. Look at how beautiful that is. So with the colored clay, I'm using the base of the white clay. So it's all the same clay. when I throw with different clays, you do want to have your clay be the same cone. We fired a cone 6, and you do want to make sure that the clay shrinks at the same pace. Okay, this one, I sliced it sideways on my wedge and sandwiched white clay into the black clay. So the one I just did was white clay with black inserted, and this is black clay with white inserted. So let's see how that comes out, if it's different. And you can see how dominant it looks, like a black pot. So after we open it up and scrape it off with the metal rib, we'll hopefully see some little white lines. Messy black clay. Okay, let's undercut it. Get rid of some of this clay, which I could throw. So that's kind of interesting. Just a little bit of white came through, but perhaps when I trim it, the white will really jump out in the leather hard stage. Okay. So this one here, we're going to be doing a turquoise and black. This is the white clay colored with turquoise and the black clay. Because black clay is so dominant, I tried to put more turquoise in this than I did the black. So we'll see how this turns out. And this one, I just sandwiched it. I didn't wedge it. So hopefully I have no air bubbles. The turquoise and the black look so beautiful together. I'm sure you'll agree when you see the still shots. Did I say purple? I said turquoise. Somehow I thought purple in my brain. Okay, here we go. You can see how dominant that black is. It's always interesting as you're throwing. The first piece that I threw was about here, and then it was here and what's here. So the more comfortable you are in the sitting, you tend to throw a little bit bigger as you go along. This one's going to look really good, I can tell already. I'm so excited. Again, when I trim it, all this light color will trim off. There you go. I think it looks great. Thanks for watching, again, Don Hall Works YouTube channel. My name is Amanda at Quail Kilns, and we in my class here at Quail Kilns had a great time making agate ware using colored clay. I hope you take a turn yourself, and we'll look forward to seeing what you come up with. Thanks again for watching.